A man who doused a stranger in lighter fluid before setting her on fire on a Toronto bus was found not criminally responsible today for the killing. CTV's Sean Leathong has more on the attack and what happens next.
It was a moment of horror. A woman set on fire while sitting on a bus, dying more than 2 weeks later. Now, almost 2 years afterwards, her killer is found not criminally responsible.
He feels terrible. The whole situation is terrible, and I want to make that very clear. This is a very sad situation for everybody.
Tenzin Norbu was charged with first-degree murder in the death of 28-year-old Naima Dalma after the event took place in June of 2022. In her decision today, Justice Maureen Forstell outlined the details, saying, Mr. Norbu's action on June 17, 2022 were rooted in his long-standing delusions and disorganization. He held a delusional belief at the time of the offense that Miss Dolma was recording him or had seen video of him. That was grounded in his delusions about the Tibetan community.
He had a belief against an entire group of people that was not founded in anything.
Norbu boarded the bus at Kipling Station, sitting behind Miss Dolma. The decision goes on to say, Mr. Norbu asked Miss Dolma if she was Tibetan. She replied yes. After her response, Mr. Norbu rummaged through the bag he carried and retrieved a jar of lighter fluid. He intentionally poured lighter fluid onto Miss Dolma and ignited the lighter fluid. Dolma tried to run away, suffering burns to 60% of her body and an inhalation injury. She died 18 days later. After his arrest, Norbu was assessed by a forensic psychiatrist, with Justice Forstell saying, "It is clear from the evidence before me that Mr. Norbu had a disease of the mind, namely schizophrenia, at the time of the offense." The decision noting that Norbu had previously been treated for depression and had not been accurately diagnosed with schizophrenia until after the attack. When asked if they have a message for the victim's family, his lawyers said,
I'm very sorry for your loss. I'm very sorry for what happened, but our client was a very sick man.
His lawyers saying that their client is getting the help he needs now, and that has allowed him to have some insight into what he did.
Sean Leathong, CTV News, Toronto.